one of the delightful parts about Kickstarter that they don't tell you is that when they all start fulfilling, you suddenly don't have enough time to play all the games that you now have that are new and exciting and look amazing to play. Hello and welcome to Assorted Meeples. I'm Phillip the Meeple on duty, and today we are taking a look at Flamecraft. Now, this is going to be a little bit of everything and going over how to play the game, what you're doing in the game, what I got with my Kickstarter goodies, more of a first impressions and what I'm feeling about this game. First off, this is the second of 3 in rapid reset arrivals. I've got another one. I got Everdell, the complete collection last week. I got Flamecraft this week, and I'm gonna get Wayfarers of the South Tigris next week. And in the wings is Rallyman all in complete condition as well. I also got the Marvel United off of Marketplace, which, holy cow, I have too many games and not enough time in my life. But now I am off track and running down a bunny trail as normal. So bringing it back in here, let's talk about Flamecraft. All right, Flamecraft is a gorgeous game that came from the idea of one painting done by Sandra. Hold on, I got the book right here. Sandra Tang. Now she does. Oh, I hope that's showing up. She does gorgeous fantasy artwork, but she made one little dragon. Let's see if I can't find him. This one right here. Right here on this page. That little guy. She made that little guy, and the idea spun out from there. Just a little dragon creating a creme brulee for fun, and this whole game spun out from there. I got everything in this one, so... Well, not everything. I didn't get the plushies. Sad. But they were just needless expenses that I didn't have a point for. And there was only 2 of them. So invariably my 4 kids would have thrown down and beat each other up to have them. So I got the art book because I'm an artist. The sticker sheets, which I think everybody got. The bookmarks, which these are gorgeous. The dragon pin. All the art prints, which these are really gorgeous. And I'm going to highlight, they left this image as they closed out saying there's more to come in the world of Flamecraft. After one game, I'm looking forward to playing this game to death and playing the next one, waiting for the next one to come out, but they're working on Andromeda's Edge right now and all that stuff. And then the coasters. Coasters don't mean anything to me. The art book is gorgeous, the little bit I've got to look at, and who doesn't need more cute tiny dragons to look at and have on your coffee table. So, what is this game called Flamecraft? Flamecraft is a worker placement game where you as a group are building out the town and moving dragons into different stores. You play as a flamekeeper. Is there flavor text? Welcome to town. Artisan dragons are creative little crafters who spout specialized flames to help them create a variety of tasty or helpful goods. They are highly sought after by shopkeepers who hope to draw in and delight customers with their flamecraft. You are a flamekeeper, skilled in the art of conversing with dragons, placing them in their ideal homes, and casting enchantments to entice them to produce wondrous things. Your reputation will grow as you aid the dragons and shopkeepers, and the flamekeeper with the greatest reputation will be known as the master of Flamecraft. So, This is our game board. It is huge, it is amazing, and it rolls up and fits nicely in the game box. It is a neoprene mat that is fairly thin, but it's got a stitched edge, and it is going to do its job remarkably well. And then you have shops around town. You start with 6, and you can go up to 12 or 14 in higher player counts. And this allows a lot of different variety into the game and how things work. Again, I have one game where we were learning, where I was reading the rules as we were playing, kind of, and wow, does this game to me fits in that same genre as Century, where it's a really easy game, but once you get the basics down, oh sweet Jesus, there's a depth to this game that will come out over multiple plays. And there are enough shops to keep you going pretty much indefinitely. Like, if you play through this and get bored with it, that's a personal problem, not a game problem. I would put this in the category of, like, Century, but mix in almost a Lords of Waterdeep, because you have these wonderful artisan dragons, or fancy dragons. I'm sorry, not artisan. All the dragons are artisan dragons. The fancy dragons add special goals that you're trying to do that nobody knows about until you flip them over as you complete them. So people know that you have. We were playing with them face up. So on your turn, getting into how you actually play this game, on your turn, you have 2 options, which, holy cow, these little player aids. Yeah, I'm distracted. I'm out in the weeds. Get ready for it. This will not be in any set order. These player aids are very concise in what they do and a very good description. So on your turn, first thing you're going to do is you are going to move to a different location, and you can't go to the same location twice. So they have, in the deluxe edition, they have these amazing little dragons, and you know what? We'll cue up the video of spinny dragons, and I will show them all off. So enjoy while I'm talking here. But you're going to move yourself to a new space on the board, and at this point, you can either choose to gather, or you can choose to enchant. If you gather, you're going to gain all the resources at the shop in the upper corners. And then any dragons there, you would collect as well, those resources. Coins, resources, dragons, some shops are different. You then may fill a dragon, if you have one in your hand, an artisan dragon, and gain the rewards of placing it in that. Each shop has 3 places you can place a dragon, and it'll say, Drake of Cakes here right in front of me. It has a bread. It has 3 hearts in that one, or 3 reputation. And then in this one, you get a diamond, a potion, and a fancy dragon. And then this one, you get 1 of your choice and 2 reputation. Now, after you place that down and gain those rewards, you may fire one of the dragons here, which uses its ability. Each of the 6 types of dragons have their own thing they do. They all do the same thing. So iron dragons with the anvil symbol, you gain 2 of 1 good from the shop, or a dragon there. So you get to load up on resources. Crystal dragons, you gain 3 different goods. They have to be different. Potion dragons, swap places with another artisan dragon in town and fire it. Now you can't put them in the park or pull a dragon from the park. Dragon, you can draw 1 artisan, which is either from the park or the deck. The plant dragons, you can gift a good to another player to gain 2 reputation. And then a meat dragon, you can place a artisan dragon in town anywhere. Doesn't have to be the shop you're in. Now, if you fill out all 3 shops, or all 3 slots on a slot, you get to pull a new card in, and set it upside down until the end of your turn. At the end of your turn, that's when you flip it up. So, Dragon Bank Hoard. Lose 3 reputation to gain 3 gold, or pay 2 to gain 6. Woo! Glad that didn't come to the board last night. We didn't actually finish the game because it got late and my wife had to work early in the morning. That would have hurt. The great part is you start with 6, and then you have 10 extra stores that can hit the table, possibly. And then you have this horde, absolute horde of shops. And that's not including, so you have your 6 starters, but you have the 6 initial shops. What did they call these? These were, can't remember the name now. Arrival shops. These were designed as like the first places Artisan Dragons showed up. Get all resituated here. And then if the shop has an ability, so like the Drake of Cakes in our example here, pay 2 to draw, or pay 2 bread to draw 2 parked Artisan Dragons. That's pretty stellar. It keeps dragons coming into your hands so you can keep filling shops, so you can keep exploring new areas. This doesn't get complicated. It's not complicated. It's very simple. The next part is, so you can do all that, and then that will end your turn. And then, or you can enchant, which if you go to a shop like this bread shop, that's a bad example, Drake of Cakes, you're looking for, hey, we took one of those, so that would get flipped over. If you go to a shop that has one of these enchantments on it, so like this one, this is the Ring of Destiny. If you go to a, like the Fragile Reptile, there's one we have out, or the Dragon Bank Hoard, or Dragon Hoard Bank. You could enchant there with this one, and you'd have to pay a bread, 2 meat, and 3 potions, and you would get 6 reputation, and then this would slide behind it, and any time that you went to that place to gather, you would get an extra gem resource. This is a great little game for this. Like, I love the worker placement and engine building and cooperation as you build the town out, but it's really cutthroat of what you're trying to do to get the most reputation. You want a good town because it helps you, but it's also going to help everybody else. And then you can fire all the dragons that you care to in that building that you just enchanted, which got ridiculous. Heather, on the last round, she enchanted and then she fired. So she got what? 6? Yeah, 6 points plus another 4 points because she was at the Hello Nursery and it had 2 plant dragons there, which allow you to give a gift or give a resource and gain 2 hearts. So because there's 2 dragons there that could do that, she did it twice and gifted me and got another 4 points out of that deal. At the end of your turn, if you reveal a new shop, you flip it now. If you took stuff from Artisan Dragons from the park, that's when you're going to flip over new ones and keep it filled out at 5. And then any enchantments, you would flip a new one over at that point. You can have 7 of each resource type, which, holy cow, let's talk about these resources for just a minute. Cue the close in because zoom or close up view of these guys, because these are fabulous. They're a little small, but I really like them. These are the deluxe components. They are wood. They're worth every penny I paid on this game. I really will say that much. The gold coins are heavy. They are chunky. They have this weight to them that just makes you wish you could use them as real currency. And then you have the coin bag, which has Dragon Maid on it, which is just a wonderful touch. This is a good little bag too. You can have 7 of each type max at the end of your turn, because at the end of your turn you go down So you can go over the max, but at the end of your turn, you have to come down. Max dragons in hand is 6. So you can only have 6 dragons in hand. Your fancy dragons don't count towards that. They go down, face down in front of you. You can check them later and go from there. The fancy dragons, I'll go over this now. The fancy dragons are quite wonderful because they have 2 types. They have the moon symbol on them, which those score end of game points. And you have the sun, which means they score when you complete objectives in the game, which they're all pretty simple. So this one, Gold Rush here, is gain 5 reputation if your total coins matches open coin slots. I never got to do that one because I had coins in hand, which I really should have got rid of so I could get that, because there's no open coin slots down here that give you money for going there. And we did not run into any fancy dragons that had end of game points. There's one. Talisman. Return Artisan dragons from your hand for 3 hearts each. So if you get a bunch and you don't choose not to score them, you get points at the end of the game for it. That is, besides the open way of getting points, your dragons or your artisan or your fancy dragons are the way you get extra and bonus points on top of the enchantments. Yeah, this game. The rule book is... Actually, I'll go over that too. The rule book is really well laid out. I was flipping through it. It may be a little bit wordy for what it needs to be. Like, this is a, 20-page rule book, which isn't bad. But for the complexity of the game, I don't feel it's necessary to be that long. But it is laid out in such a manner that I am just enthralled with it. And I need to do a full read-through of it because I was scanning fast to keep our gameplay going. The other part that I'm going to say too is this insert is top-notch. I will always point out top-notch inserts because they're a thing and I really enjoy them. Part of what I like about this is each one of these little trays has its own little game lid, so they're not going anywhere. You have a place for your 2, and they give you 2 little trays of resources, so no longer do you have to split them or set them someplace. It's a little touch that I noticed, so thank you very much, Cardboard Alchemy. So you have a place for your wooden tokens. You have a place for all 7 of your dragons. Yes, if you have a fancy dragon, there is a place. Your resources go here. Your different card decks go here. You roll the mat up, and it slides right in here. Your gold coins, and then all your bigger cards slide right here. And they added a lid for that to hold everything down nicely. When you pack this game up, it is going nowhere. So set that aside. And I mean, just look at that box art. I mean, would you just look at it? If I cannot get glare on it, just look at that box art. Sorry. So that's all I really got. This game needs more playthroughs from me, but it's already high in the marks. Heather loves it for the artwork, which is what will draw her into a game and get her willing to actually play it. I don't have much else to say. I look forward to playing it. It is such a good worker placement game. Tell me what you guys think of this one down in the comments below. If you got it, if you missed it, if you're looking forward to playing it. The rest of the Meeples crew, if you want, I will bring this one on a Thursday night and we can throw down. I will gladly throw down on this because this is worth it. Every penny of it. So, all right, guys, that's all I got, and I'm rambling now, so I'm going to sign off and let you guys go. All right, see you guys next time. Bye.
If you like what you just saw, please support us by hitting that like button and subscribing to our channel for more great gaming content.